I want to talk about a strategy that works really well. This is actually the 1 minute chart, as you can see right here on XAU USD, and this can work on any freaking pair, I guarantee it. But this strategy blew my mind when I found it, because it's not even really a strategy. It's more of like a risk management type of thing. So I learned this from someone else, and I'll leave it in the description. But this strategy is very, 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 very potent. Okay, let's go to a chart that we don't have access to, or like that I haven't, because I just replayed this one, so I want it to be completely random. So again, this is on the 1 minute. You can use this on any time frame actually, because I was like, he was saying that you can only use this on like daily or 4 hour, but in reality, that's not true. You can use it and still be profitable. Sure, you might have some times where it might not work, and you might blow your account, like for example right here. But I'll show you why in a second, that is. But for the most part, you shouldn't blow your account. It depends on a lot of things, but it's like a 1% chance that you blow your account. Anyways, getting to the freaking strategy, let's see what happens. Okay, so I have a coin right here, and I'm just gonna flip it, and we landed on tails, so that would be a sell. So let's just sell right here, and let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close the position, because it was good enough for me. Right now, I'm going to sell again. Okay, I'm going to sell again right here. I'm going to sell again right here. And I'll show you how this works in a second. Okay, so we just nearly broke even. Let me see. Let's see if we can get to break even again. Yeah, that was break even. Come on. So I'm just showing you guys how this works, because, you know, I don't have to explain it. I can just show you how this works, and you'll understand what I'm doing in a second. Try to think why I'm holding this and where I'm selling at. Okay, so that kind of went break even. I'm gonna just go ahead and sell it there, and then I'm just gonna buy this. Okay, we went down. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this again. Okay, I'm gonna sell it there. So basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna flip this coin again. So it landed on tails, so we'll sell. Here. Okay, this is gonna start going up, down, up, down, up. So in my mind, what I'm thinking right now is like, okay, if it gets down here, I'm gonna sell. If it goes up here, or I'm gonna exit my position. If it comes up here, I'm gonna sell again. I'm gonna exit the position there, and I'm gonna sell again. That's what I'm thinking in my head right now. Well, now it's down here, but if we go up here, then I'll sell again. If it comes down to here, then I'll exit the position. Because it's basically a probabilities game, right? So with time, your intuition will get better in terms of like knowing when to buy or sell. And it really depends on the pair too. Like you really want to study the characteristics of the pair, because if you practice this on one pair and then you go to another, like I am right now, then it takes me a while to get the intuition back of how this pair is trading. Okay, I'm gonna sell right there. So I'm adding to the position, because we sold right here, and we waited this whole time, which this entire length of this here to here was about 8 hours, right? So I wouldn't have been looking at the screen for 8 hours, but I can set alerts. And obviously the lot size would be a little bit higher. I mean, $2 isn't that much, but you should use low lot sizes when doing this. But you know, if you have a prop firm challenge, you can definitely pass with this, but you can also blow it. So it's like you have to have multiple accounts, or just keep buying a challenge, because you can always buy a new challenge, but you have to use small lot sizes depending on how big your drawdown is. So that will kind of determine, and even with, you should only be risking like a very low lot size. You know, you should use like 0.01, maybe like 0.02 for like 5,000, but mostly 0.01. It really just depends on what pair you're trading, I guess. So I'm just waiting for this to go down. Okay, right there, I'm gonna sell again, because that's higher than where we were before. So I'm just adding to my losing trades as high as we possibly can get. Okay, right there, I'm gonna sell. If it goes up here, I'm gonna sell again. Okay. So the strategy, once we sell at a higher position, we don't want to keep selling until we get higher. because then if we sell here, then we're just doubling the position size at an equal length. It's really about like hedging your position size. So, but this uptrend could go on forever, right? It could if it wanted to, but usually price will revert back. But it just depends on how much you're risking, right? Like if it does go up, you'll be screwed. But for the most part, we're playing on probabilities here, and you could lose 100 trades in a row too, but that's not likely possible. Like just using a normal strategy. So let's see if we can hedge this back to 0 just to break even, since we were kind of wrong on the direction, and maybe even make a little bit of profit. Because as this comes back down, you can sell it. So if it goes back up here, I'll sell right around here. Otherwise, I'm gonna just wait it out. So now we have a ton of choppiness in here. And obviously, looking at the chart like this all day, you do really have to set alerts so you know what's going on. But it doesn't move this fast in real time, so you don't have to really worry about that either. You can just check on it like every couple minutes, and if it goes higher or lower, you're good. Okay, it's break even now. So that just added to our position. So as you can see, we were wrong here. It went up, we were wrong here, and then finally on this trade was the time that we got our 67 cents. But even right here, we were wrong. From here to here to here to here to here, we were wrong in every trade, and yet we still were able to be profitable, even though we ended up lower than where we were when we first started. So that's the power of this strategy. And as you can see, I'm only at 526 chef, but that's because this pair, like I was just trading another pair and it was up 600 using the same strategy, same time frame, and the same amount of time. It just really depends on how much you're using. So right now, I'm gonna sell right now. My computer is kind of lagging. But anyways, you guys kind of get the point. It is successful doing this. We made $5 in less than it actually took a couple of days. But, if you use a lot higher lot size, obviously I would use a little bit higher than that, depending on where I'm at in my account. But with this, it's pretty much impossible to lose as long as you wait it out and you give it time. Because as you can see, we were in so much drawdown right here. But once we got up here, we're selling at these high points, right? We're waiting for a price to break through these grids, like spacing them out, like 4 spaces, and then selling, looking for those highs, looking at price action, pumping up fast. You want to sell, pumping up fast. We're at a higher point, about 3 bars higher, we sold. And then once price finally wants to start reversing, we don't have to wait for price to come all the way down to where we first sold at, because now we're getting the profits from these higher marks, and then when we come down to here, it makes it so much easier to break even. So for you to blow your account, you need something crazy move, like huge, where it just inverts price all the way back up, which can happen. But then it's like, okay, now you gotta just hold that, trade another pair for the meantime being, work on another account until that one comes back to normal, and just keep your eye on it. But again, you would probably, if you're doing an account or prop firm, you would probably be like lose the challenge, but that's okay, because you can just buy another one. So even though we were wrong most of the time, we still ended up profitable. Another strategy that you can also use is, let's say we think right now that we're overall in a downtrend. We're not really near support, but we think we're going to keep selling off. Let's just sell here, and then we put a stop loss on, like right above these highs, and we'll risk like $1. As you can see, we just wait for price to play out. And as you can see, we don't have a take profit. So it's like, and most of the time with this strategy that I'm showing you now, this one, you will get stopped out most of the time, but that's totally okay. You have to have that intuition when trading. So if your intuition is good and you do have a profitable thing, this is another way of managing the risk and really letting the winners run. I'll just show you how this works. Zoom in on here so you can see what's happening. So let's say I want to get out when we get to like pretty high amount. I want this to drop pretty far. Both of these strategies, you can really just get out whenever you want. It's completely intuition-based trading. Okay, right there, boom. So now that we're kind of in profit, then you can move your stop to break even. So like right here, and then we just, now we're in profit, right? So we can just let this thing run if it wants to. And then right there, I think that's like a good amount, right? $3. So then now we have $9.77. And then now that we're overextended, we can go ahead and buy right here if I wanted to. And then we can put our stop loss beneath this low, maybe. Really want to see this thing just shoot up. Probably gonna get stopped out. Okay, we were stopped out right there. So we were stopped out. Let's say, we're right next to the support. I think that we're gonna keep selling off. And I'm gonna put my stop loss here around 1. I'm gonna just take that profit. So as you can see, that strategy works too. I'm gonna see if I can, let's buy right here and then put the stop loss right here. And I'm kind of using these EMAs to kind of end price action, because over time it just becomes like intuition. It's not like the indicators are telling you what to do. It's your intuition and seeing, like every time you say, okay, I'm gonna buy, and it doesn't work out, then it's like you start to like kind of have this sense of like what's gonna happen. Like right there, we're good. We can go ahead and buy again and then put our stop loss like right here. And then it's like probabilities, right? It's like 50-50. No, what can happen, but you can have a sense of what's gonna happen at the same time. Okay, so this one, I don't know if it's gonna run up. Yeah, we're gonna hit that. Okay. So that strategy is cool. I think this is gonna keep selling off, so I'll put the stop loss up here, risking $1. Okay, that's pretty decent, and then I'll just move the stop to break even, like right here. Okay, we were tagged in there. I say we're gonna buy here, put the stop loss beneath here. So you just want to make sure that you're winning more than you're losing. That's the main point of both of these strategies, is that you're gaining more than your losses. So that one got hit too. And let's try another one. Let's see. So your intuition has to be really good with this. So it'd be good to trade like one pair only with this strategy. You can really like study it. This, I think I'm going to go for a buy here and then put the stop loss here. You can just let this play out too. Like, okay, I'm going to move it to break even. Now, let's see if this can run up more. See if we can get it to here. I'll take that one. Let's do the dollar cost averaging one again, see how that works. So I'm gonna sell here, even though we're in an uptrend. I just sell here. See if we can make more than we did with the other strategy. Okay, so that's 94. Take that. I think we're gonna buy here again. Okay, nope, selling off. I'm gonna buy here again. So as you can see with this strategy, you kind of hold the position longer. I don't know which strategy I like more. Comment down below which one you think is a better strategy. I think I like the dollar cost averaging one, but it does take a lot of time for these to play out. But you can kind of just let it be, you know, you don't have to like chase anything. Kind of just like, okay, when it gets down to here, I'm gonna buy again, and when it gets up to, you know, here, probably I'll sell depending on what it's doing. It's like massive consolidation. Okay, that was a big move. We should have sold there. Okay, I'm gonna buy here again. Go down to here, I'll buy there again. So we're just kind of waiting for the trend to change, right? We're just waiting for to get those higher highs. With these, you can really let them run too. Okay, I think I'm gonna sell there. So as you can see, the dollar cost averaging, I like that because the more you go into drawdown, then it's just like the other strategy, because your break-even point is just in between these areas if it keeps going down. So here I'll buy, and I'll buy again here, which probably isn't the best place to buy, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna buy right there, and then I'll sell right there. So this one actually can get you a lot of profit quick, but it also can put you on a lot of drawdown. Yeah, that's good for me. Let's see if we can get to $30. Okay, I'm gonna sell right here. I'm gonna sell up here. Sell again right there. Next place I'll sell is up here. I'm gonna just sell right here. Up here I'll sell again. Right there. Sell there. Go up to here, I'll sell. Because the more you get in drawdown, the more positions you have, but they're all averaged out. So it's like if price can revert, like mean reversion back to the middle, you get a lot of profit. Let's see if this can get up to here, and then we'll sell again. You're just waiting kind of for price to just push down, which it doesn't have to. It can still keep going up, but as you can see with small lot sizes, you can still make a lot of money. But that's the difference between this strategy and the other strategy, is that you kind of have to wait. You know, you're not going to just get stopped out, and you have to get in on these highs perfectly. Like, see if we can go back up here again. Okay, right there. I'm gonna sell right there, and then let's see. We're gonna be in a lot of drawdown now, but when we come back down, it'll be a good time. Okay, if this comes back up to here, I'll sell again. It's just a waiting game with this strategy, you know? Like sometimes when this comes back down, you want it to kind of break even. Look, we're already like breaking even. Like, boom, we're already in profit. It's like we can just exit out of that if we want to. We're up $26, even though, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times we were wrong. We still came out with like 20 cents on this one, whatever. But again, this whole time in between here was about 1 day and 6 hours. So it's not really that long if you think about it, that you're holding this trade. Especially now, like if we would have held that and we sold there, price could just keep shooting down. Like for some reason at these points, when you're waiting that long, it just wants to skyrocket down. It doesn't have to. Obviously, it could keep uptrending if it's really strong. Yeah, those are the two strategies. Let me know which one you guys thought was a better strategy. I really like this dollar cost averaging. It just makes it's just like something I've never really seen before, and it makes it fun. But the other strategy is really cool too, where you just have your stop loss and you just kind of break even and lose some, but you just let the winners run, and that can work too. But I think with this dollar cost averaging, it kind of compounds more. We got to 25 actually quicker than the 10. Like it was like $15 on the dollar cost averaging, but it also can take a day or two for that to play out, and you have to be watching the screen and setting alerts for higher highs and stuff like that. But that's totally possible. You could just set alerts for when we break the high again, or just have alerts going up the screen so that way you know when to sell, and then also alerts going down the screen so that you know when to buy and sell and stuff like that. I think that's reasonable, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video again. Sorry I keep talking, but yeah, peace.